JaMichael Jones, he was denied bond and will remain in jail. He faced a judge just hours after he turned himself into Rockdale County deputies. Now take a look at your screen. This is Jones appearing virtually within the last hour. He's facing charges of home invasion, felony murder, battery, and aggravated assault tied to the deadly shooting of Trouble, whose real name is Murrell Samante Orr. Jones, he surrendered early this morning. Police were able to track him down with the help of his mother. Now, she allowed police to speak directly to him on the phone, where authorities as well as his mother convinced him to turn himself in.
What's going on, everyone? Jared Star here. Today we got the story of Trouble, the Atlanta rapper who was shot and killed in a home invasion in Atlanta. Now, when it comes to Trouble, the story goes, Trouble was spending the night at a female friend's house when her ex-boyfriend, JaMichael Jones, broke in and allegedly beat her and shot at him. Now, what can we learn from this situation? First, do not do away games when it comes to these women. Like I said, you're probably going there to have a good time and do whatever. But you sleeping there, especially if you don't know who she's hanging with, what she may do, if she may be setting you up, that's just always a red flag. Like I said, in this situation, Trouble didn't even know the guy. The guy who killed Trouble didn't know him. None of these guys knew each other. But he had so much anger invested in him that he saw another man with his woman and he killed him. And Trouble can't get his life back. And this guy will probably be in jail for the rest of his life. In this situation, absolutely nobody wins, because one person is dead. The other person is going to jail for the rest of their life, and the woman will eventually move on to another man, which means none of these two individuals ever really matter to her like that. But yeah, man, it's like you can never do away games when it comes to these women, because this is a prime example. You don't even know if Trouble was set up. Like I said, there were ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend, so I can't really say it's a setup, because, you know, people are on and off and go back to each other's houses. So he probably sees someone's car there in a parking spot that he knew or he didn't know and thought, hey, maybe someone's there. Went there and found out somebody was there, and he was upset, and that led to whatever happened. And it's like, if you know she's involved with someone, you should probably just keep it pushing. Like I said before, we don't know if Trouble knew that she was involved with someone. But if you do personally know someone that you're about to deal with involved with someone, just keep it pushing, man. You don't want to inherit the anger of a domestic violence relationship that you have nothing to do with and lose your life over it, because life is precious, and for this to happen is really senseless murder that shouldn't have ever happened, because people can't control their emotions. He inherited anger of a domestic violence relationship that he wasn't even involved in. Now, when it comes to the arrest warrant actually revealed that Trouble was asleep in the woman's bed when her ex-boyfriend JaMichael Jones broke in. And it said that on June 6, 2022, there was video footage of Mr. Jones' vehicle entering the Lake St. James apartment complex at 3:14 a.m. and leaving at 3:21 a.m. So he was in the complex for 7 minutes, probably went in there, had the argument with the woman, beat her, saw the man in the room, shot him because he was upset, and left. Now, he turned himself in, as we saw in the video before, as his mom was cooperating with the police, trying to say that, hey, return yourself in so it doesn't look as bad, or whatever the problem may be, just so your situation can be as least painful and as least, amount of years in prison as it's going to be. And he did that. He returned himself in. And the police chief was saying that he didn't really seem like he wanted to do it because of the goodness of his heart. The police chief was saying that when Trouble's murderer handed himself in, it was probably out of fear, because he thought that someone would try and get back on what he did to Trouble, because, everyone's going to have people that ride for them. I guarantee you, if you have someone that hurt your friend, you want to do something to that guy. So vice versa, same situation. So he's probably saying that the guy, JaMichael Jones, turned himself in because he didn't want to avoid getting into any harm with any other individuals who were friends or associated with Trouble that were upset of his death, which does make a lot of sense, man. But when it comes to situations like these, it's just extremely sickening to see. All we got to say is long live Trouble. Hope the situation gets better. And if you like the content, like the video, DSG to start again. Subscribe for more.